Welcome to Pyro Psychotechnician Sim. My name's Benny. I'm a judge for the RPG Maker Game Jam 2025. This is one of my games for this jam that I have to judge. It's called Psychotechnician Sim, as far as I'm aware. It started on the screen. There's no menu. Yeah. But before I start, I'll respond to Steel Soldier's comment. At the moment, I'm working on another project. I'm going to wait for the GGG Jam judging to be over so I can gather feedback and see where to take the game. I have a few ideas to spice up the combat and be switching over to MZ. Honestly, yeah, the switch over to MZ, fair enough, yeah. As long as you can keep the sort of retro charm about it, I think it's a good idea. I know how hard it can sometimes be to keep the retro pixelated charm of a game, well, in MZ. Because even if you do everything pixel perfect, all the animations will be, outside of that. So who knows? Anyway, so let's play this game, Psychotechnician Sim. Thank you for making this game. I'm going to press the timer and we're going to start. It is your first day at your new job as an applied psychotechnician and pathologistician. Is that like a your job is to study pathology and to psychologically technologize, I don't know, to exercise your technique psychologically, I guess. You approach the building, anticipation rising. We are a psychotechnician, I guess, and this is a simulation. This is quite funny. Make it happen as a traditional what's it called? What's that thing called? Motivational poster. You enter through reception, approaching the desk to receive your name badge. The receptionist barely looks up at you and hand you your badge, barking next at the mass of sullen faces sat around the room. You exit through the door behind her into the corridor leading to the offices, apprehensive about what is to come. You are tasked with fixing 5 patients today. Interesting to be like, fix. What are we fixing about them? Failure will result in a negative performance review. Good luck. Tip: between appointments, check the break room. Okay, we'll check the break room. This is giving Severance. I love this kind of. I don't want to leave the office just yet. I love this kind of perspective into break room. It's like that first-person dungeon crawler type thing. The breakdown, dingy and grey. The carpet has soaked up cig butts and ashes like a sponge. Clearly not the first priority for funding. At least there's a vending machine. Okay. This is the break room. What's on the sofa? You sit on the sofa. Will relaxing do anything bad? Or sort of smells, but it's comfy enough. You sit on the sofa. Vending machine. Get a drink. Observe the various fluids in their containers suspended on rails within their windowed sarcophagus. Right. So this person views like these, mechanical objects as like a human type thing. Steel Soldier just says, I'll pause the timer. Just one last thing I want to add. There's an advantage of doing a separate project. I can experiment in different ways and then see the gameplay elements that I add are applicable to VAS, so it will serve as a testing grounds. It's really good, right? When you get a side project that you're able to use as like a testing ground for lots of different things you want to have in your game. It's quite useful. I agree with that. That's pretty awesome. It's a great functionality of having a side project like that. I will continue the timer. And which one do I pick? Crank, hydraulic pop, Freak Energy Ultra, Fupo, Mr. Salt, Game Jam. Never mind. Why not? We'll go for Game Jam, shall we? This drink, ? Is stored in a sort of tub rather than a can or bottle. I like the writing in this. It's quite interesting. It unceremoniously flops to the floor of the machine, almost knocking some others loose on the way. Raising it up, you gingerly pop the lid off, of course, gingerly. The vessel of this quote-unquote drink seems almost built to spill, as you awkwardly sip from the corner of the Tupperware tray. Why is it a Tupperware tray? Why are we selling Tupperware trays of jam? You feel it will be more appropriate for takeout than a drink. It's slimy but tasty like cherries, so it's like a takeout Tupperware box of cherry fluid. I don't know, jam. It's like literally you're drinking jam, right? You approach the vending machine. We've already had a drink. Maybe we mistook it for a drink. Maybe they were just selling a spread. Window. Approach the window. You lean against the wall and look out the window. From your position on one of the highest floors of the building, all you can see below you is grey concrete and people like ants milling around. You approach the window. Let's go. So I'm guessing I come back to the break room after every one of the 5 patients that we One thing that's caught your attention about this place is the lack of windows. This is one of two, including one in the break room that you've seen. The sky outside is grey, the buildings are grey, far below on the street are darker grey blobs moving around. Okay, everything's grey. Dr. H. Wow, should we enter our office or is there something out here? Oh, this is the boss. You have no reason to enter the boss's office right now. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Your office, we are Dr. Holakov. I like these, you know, quick sketches, quite nice and minimal. Your office motivation. We got motivation posters on the wall, which seem like, you know, quite a surface level effort to try and raise morale in an office that is otherwise quite a dreary, you know. And we've played A Bureaucrat's Judgment and other Game Jam so far, so maybe that, I'm hoping that won't color my experience of this, but I have played a game similarly about a black and white and grey world and a bureaucracy that is about officers that try to take your soul, basically. But I like that theme anyway, so take appointment. Yeah, let's take the appointment. A note is on your desk. It reads, welcome to your first day on the job. You'll be using our new Psyscan technology to fix the minds of 5 patients today. Good luck. Beneath the note is a stack of case files sent to you by the front desk. The first reads, case file, Paisley, nervous type, victim of bullying. So I'm going to screenshot that because I have ADHD and I am unmedicated right now. I'm trying to get medication. I haven't been able to for like, you know, a week, so I'm fine though. I'm fine. Wait, why didn't it show up the screenshot? I just want to remember that they're a victim of bullying and they're nervous. Open an image editor. Oh, there we go. The receptionist doesn't give you a lot to work with, all things considered. Okay. Psyscan 9000 active. Refer to the gauges for patient statistics. Okay. Oh, so we have like mind type nervous, guilt, anxiety, self-love. So got a little bit of guilt, a little anxiety, but a lot of self-love, I guess. Well, not too much, right? We have patience and disdain. Now the thing is that with the default RPG Maker battle system, there are scripts and stuff to make sure that text like this doesn't get squashed like this, and so it just kind of makes it look a little bit unprofessional. But hey, we can read it. It says patience and disdain. It's readable enough. Got no items. Pathologistics. I'm guessing this is just like attack, but what does this one mean? Reality check. 15 disdain. Why do we have disdain as like our MP? Interesting. Do we dislike our patients? Sternly inform the patient it is being irrational. So are we trying to unhelp people? Like we're doing the opposite of like a therapist. Chill out. Take a moment to relax. Lowers disdain. Raises patience. So our disdain, our patience is our HP, and this is uses our disdain to like fuel our different moves. We don't need to raise patience. That's basically our HP, right? So we have compliment, affirm patient's worth, reinforce patient's worldview, help patient feel better with relaxation techniques, help patient ground itself in reality. Soothing remind the patient that is not thinking rationally. Let the patient get to you, has no effect on it. Lowers patience, raises disdain. So I'm going to like, because I'm not good at like memorizing stuff. That's one of my least strong skills. So I'm going to use a notepad to note down what each thing does as I use it, to sort of remember and to be able to use them in the right, you know, circumstances. Otherwise I will, you know, not remember all these things. Okay. So let's start with, well, compliment, affirm patient's worth. What does that do? Increases, so that's like self-love plus plus 50% or something like that. How about we try, it's got 1 cooldown. Nice, I like that, you know, visualization of the cooldown. Let's try affirm. I'll try affirm again. I don't quite know what it does. I think it decreased guilt and anxiety by like 25% and increased self-love by 25%, sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know what my goal is. That's one of the things I'm like, okay, so hopefully we'll get a sense of what our goal is so I can understand as a player what I need to do. But at the moment, I'm not too sure. Help the patient feel better. So what do we do here? What does that do? Decreases anxiety by like 50% or 25% and increases self-love by like 25%. Okay. What does grounding do? Decreases guilt by 25 and increases self-love by 25. At least I think there might be some multiplication factors here. Time to ruin people? Yeah, but putting... this is an interesting thing, right? So anxiety is getting a bit too high. Maybe I'll use an anxiety decreaser, which is currently soothe, I think. Soothe. Pacey suddenly gets upset. Why is that? Because they got too much self-love? No, I can't be helped. I don't need you. Denies your help? Why would that happen? Is Grave good or Grave bad or good? What is happening? What does the reality check do, by the way? Maybe I should reality check and then hug. I don't know what those do, right? So maybe a hug. Worries. So the hug will give like, see, okay, I'm not too sure how this all works, but maybe it's intentionally a little bit opaque. Let's do get mad. Let the patient get to you. Wallows in doubt. Well, let's do like just compliment, I guess. Okay, that's like plus 25%. We need to do some more. How about, what does get mad do? Oh, sorry, we already know what that does. It just turns patience into disdain. Okay, I'm kind of confused about what I need to do. If I had a better sense of what I need to do before all this happened, I might be counterpoint. So increased guilt. So it's like guilt plus 10%, anxiety minus 10%, self-love minus 10% or something like that. I'm kind of confused about what should be done. Should we keep everything down? Is that what we're trying to do? Like, if I wanted to keep everything, like, guilt down, I would ground them, right? Then get anxiety down. What I'd do is I'd soothe, right? Or compliment. Oh, that's the only thing I have. See, I don't know what to do now. Chill out, right? I don't quite know. Yeah, what does chill out do again? Chill out. It just increases 120. Yeah, like this, right? Just heals us. Okay, I understand now. Do we decrease the anxiety, I'm guessing? By like, well, affirm will do that. But also soothe will do that. But now we increase self-love, I think, which is just by like grounding them. Well, every skill is caps lock. The entire game has been in caps lock because the dialogue is in caps lock as well, except for the subject name. But everything is in caps lock in a stylistic decision of the game. It's like, oh, it's Stark and it's dark. You know, it's like, oh, this is what the company prefers. You know, all that kind of thing. So anxiety plus self-love is soothing. I guess will do okay. I'm just kind of... So the thing is, I understand what each thing does, but for example, I don't actually know, like, what the goal is of this battle. Is it to just to get self-love to maximum while I get guilt and everything to a minimum? Affirm. So minimize guilt and anxiety, maximize self-love. Is that what we're supposed to do? Guilt and anxiety, I'll affirm. Oh, the anxiety goes up while affirming, or is it just we've got to affirm where they're at the moment? Decrease anxiety would be like soothing, right? Decrease guilt would be affirming, right? Okay, soothe their anxiety. For a first battle that is essentially a tutorial, I'm kind of getting a. I'm wondering if I'm missing the point of the tutorial, and even if it isn't specifically introduced as a tutorial. Why am I looking like that? Sorry, I didn't know. I couldn't see my character. I didn't know why I was having that facial. I just have to figure out. So I kind of know what each thing does, but I don't know the goal, and I think that might not been communicated super clearly. Affirm minus the guilt, but I like the system. I do like the system of like of this sort of thing, of it's very easy to see what these stats are. I don't know what the blames itself. So blames itself. So let me actually make a note of the blames itself. What is the response to blames itself? Reality check? Well, if it blames itself, then I hug. Oh, so blame itself. Hug will turn it into worrying. Okay. Then I'll like soothe it, right? Whereas the session time is up. See you next time option. Yeah, I think I don't know if maybe it is rock paper scissors. Just have to wallows in doubt. I don't know what the wallows in doubt thing means. Chill out, because I need to retrieve my patience. Blames itself. And then the counterpoint. The guilt. Well, I'll just ground them from the guilt, right? Now they're worrying because they're increasing that. Now, what's the counterpoint do again? Counterpoint will increase guilt but decrease anxiety and self-love. Counterpoint. And increase self-love. That's right. Increases self-love. Okay. Yeah, maybe it is rock, paper, scissors. I think it's more... at the moment, I'm just seeing how it increases certain things. And I'm like... It's increasing. For example, get mad will... well, it will turn patience into disdain. So we can get some of these pathologistics going. But for a reality check, I'm actually... Wait, I'm not sure what that does. Let me soothe or ground first, because that will decrease guilt and increase self-love. And then soothe decreases anxiety, increases self-love. So we're doing that. And then we'll decrease guilt by grounding and increase self-love. And then we'll soothe to decrease anxiety, increase self-love, and just continue. But the cycle is quite vicious to the point where... Like, I hope I'm doing it right, because... See, and now I just need to get some patience, so I chill out. And then I do some more grounding. Some soothing. I think even if, like, the one thing about game design is I feel like if the player is doing the wrong technique, they should be able to be discouraged from it quite immediately. But, like it should be like, actually, if you do the wrong thing, then you'll be punished for it, basically. And this is, I guess, Souls-like games and the such do this quite aggressively, where they're like, hey, you're doing the wrong technique, you're going to die pretty quickly. So it sort of teaches you to be like, okay, you're doing the wrong thing. But it does seem like I am getting nowhere. Maybe that is a punishment. It's like, oh, I have no idea. I'm just getting nowhere, sort of thing. Oh, now I can't. Oh, I've soft-locked myself. I've got 0 patience, 0 disdain, so I've literally soft-locked myself. I have to dismiss now. Take a break? Yeah, we have to take a break. Alrighty. Maybe the thing is okay, I didn't soft-lock myself because I can just escape. Okay. The break room. So another thing is that maybe it's very possible, although I don't know, it's my doubt, but maybe it is that I was meant to lose, because that didn't seem like I was getting anywhere. The break room, dingy and grey. Harper has soaked up cig butts and ashes. Oh yeah, it's the same thing. The vending machine. Let's have a look. Approach the vending machine. One of your co-workers staring at the drinks. Talk. He grunts, not looking away from the machine interior. Clearly, he's fully absorbed in his task. I'll pester him. Completely ignores you. He isn't responding to your direct attempts at conversation. He grunts, not looking away from the machine interior. Clearly, he's fully absorbed in his task. He completely ignores you this time. He isn't. Okay. Alright, so that seems to be a loop. Let's get a drink. You observe the various fluids. Let's get Mr. Salt this time. The can rolls slowly off its rail, guided on its way by the gentle arm of the machine. It tumbles into the collection receptacle and you pick it up, taking a swig. Something about it makes you feel like a real scientist, like you earned your dual PhD. You finish it almost before you realize you've raised it back to your lips. As you go away with your drink, your co-worker approaches you, looking at you strangely. He holds his hand out expectantly. Yeah, I'll hand my drink over. He takes it, smiles a crooked smile at you, then walks out of the room without a word. You approach. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Fair enough. We've helped a fellow person. Sit on the sofa, we relax. Then we go to our window. Approach the window. Look out the window. Okay. It's the same thing. Leave the break room. I wonder if we exit or we go like, another patient. Case file, Ilyusha, violent type, victim of war. Okay. So let's oh, we've got aggression, detachment, and love now. Why do we only have 5 of these? I guess we can't. What are we missing? We can't compliment or affirm at the moment. We've only got a new one called reach out now. So let's try reaching out. Love plus like 50%, I guess. Sorry, my face is doing the thing again. I'm typing. And how about soothe? Is minus detachment plus love. Okay. Minus detachment plus love. Alrighty. I think they're pretty much, they might be the same 3 stats, they're just called different things. Because I'm going to test that by decreasing aggression, which might have used to be guilt, by grounding. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, they're just called different things, I guess, which is soothe. And then ground. Ground. And then ground. Retreats within themselves. I'll soothe instead. Soothe. Oh, there we go. We fixed. I think the last time there was just something that they went into that they just kept spiraling and spiraling. So there is a double Holikov here. I don't know why that is. So not sure why that's doubling up. There's 2. Oh, we got the entire thing is doubled up. Appointment clear. Oh, it might be because the battle faded out, but it was still showing on top of the other thing. So let's take a break. I wonder if we can go in the boss's office. No reason yet. Okay, there'll be a reason soon, I guess. So that battle that made a lot more sense, that battle right there. The break room dingy and grey. The carpet is soaked up sick butts and clearly blah blah blah. So let's go to the sofa. Someone is asleep here, lightly snoring. Presumably this isn't in accordance with company policy, though you shouldn't wake them. You aren't that mean. Okay. Let's get another drink. Let's get the Crunk hydraulic pop this time. The yellow can escapes the vending machine with such velocity that it almost feels like the drink itself is eager to reach your lips, shaking the whole machine as it tumbles to the collection area. As you take a sip, you can almost taste the excess caffeine. It's almost like it hasn't fully dissolved. It feels a little dusty. You feel slightly nauseous. Your heart begins to thump out of your chest. Yeah, it is indeed an interesting sleeping position. They've got the they've got their body, and then they've got their hand over their coat and their hand hanging down, I guess, and then the foot rested up there and a foot over there. I guess it's, you know, if you're that exhausted by work, then maybe you'd sleep in, you know, just however you'd like. It did say come to the break room every day, so I guess this is just to show the storyline that is going alongside, you know. Oh wait, did I look again? Yeah, same thing when looking out the window. Into the office, take appointment, yes. Self-fear, depressive. So just got despair, malaise, and resolve, but I presume a lot of these are the same type things. What does soothe do again? That's for anxiety. But reassure. Perspective. Tell them that could be worse for them is quite funny. What does perspective do, by the way? Let's check. Decreases malaise, increases despair. Okay, good to know. But we need a decrease despair, which here would be the guilt and stuff. Do we have grounding? We don't have grounding is the sad part. Do we have reassure? Decrease despair, increase resolved. So I guess that's grounding. No way. Yeah, that's our version of grounding. Soothe. Soothe. More soothing. Reassuring. 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 More reassuring. Oh, their despair is growing and growing. Hopefully it won't grow at a rate that's higher than the rate at which I can combat it. They're quite strong. Maybe there's something I can do to, like, stop the rate at which they're increasing with their despair and malaise. The problem is that I'm not given too much information about how this works. But that's fine as long as I can sort of experiment. But the idea is that a game over, like, I think if we lose, I don't think there's necessarily a game over. Yeah, you know. So I think we need to chill out here. Yeah, this is, I don't know how to combat someone who's as strong. Patient failed. Yeah, we'll take a break each time. Okay. Because, like, if we keep failing, but we don't really learn how to be better at doing our job, then maybe that is fair enough. Fighting depression is tough. Yeah. And I guess with the metaphor, it makes sense. Just in the terms of a gameplay loop, I'm kind of like, oh, how do I get better? But, yeah, so far. I am interested in sort of understanding the system and trying to get better at it, but that might not be the point. Freak energy. These opaque white cans vibrate on their rail as if barely containing the substance within. the substance mentioned. Oh, Margaret Quailian, Demi Moore. Anyway, the machine barely has to touch it before it flies out, bouncing off the glass and causing you to step back. As you drink your can of Freak Energy Ultra, you feel your pulse quicken and eyes dilate as it becomes almost impossible to avoid clenching your jaw. Proud. I've never known how to say his name. Fraud would be proud of you. All right, wait 1 second. Where am I? There we go. Sorry, I was trying to find the window again. You approach the vending machine. Get a drink. Oh wait, we've already got a drink. Sorry, I keep doing the same thing. Window. I keep doing the same thing. Oh, if I press B, do these drinks do any of these do anything? Or it does stuff but it doesn't tell you? Yeah, it shows a message. That's something. It is something. Not nothing. Yeah, oh yeah, so items. Doesn't give you any items. That's sure. We got a psycho scanner, name tag, nurse's hat and lab coat. Maybe wait, let's see if it alters our stats in any way. Like if we go here, right? I'll take a screenshot of our stats. You might be onto something. Pudding. We'll see though. I mean, I'm gonna save. That's probably a good idea. Go to vending machine. Get a drink. Let's get the Fupo. These glass bottles are full of a translucent purple fluid that almost glows in the darkness of the machine. They are placed by the arm rather than pushed so as to avoid shattering the more delicate vessels. You drink some Fupo. It tastes like coins, with a faint grapey aftertaste. It smells pretty bad too. For some reason though, you can't stop drinking it, and you leave with an inexplicable urge to go to the circus. Let's leave and let's look at our stats now. They are identical. Well, that's that theory gone. Why is our disdain at 0? I guess we start with disdain 0. It's fine. Wonder what happens, and it might break, but I'll try always dash on would be funny. We're faster now. Wait, let's look at the window. I just assumed that there would be no change to the window. But oh well, let's keep going. Appointment. Misanthrope type, victim of spouse. Ouch. Hatred, disaffection, and tolerance. Okay. It's welcome in, Zeriab. How you doing? How you doing, Zeriab? Okay. So if we, I'm gonna try each of these again because it might be useful. But let's try starting with affirming. And we'll increase all 3 apparently. Okay. Plus, so it's plus 25. Oh wait, we'll just go plus hatred, plus disaffection, plus tolerance. Okay, cool. Hope Benny doing well. Hope Benny is the Akatar is doing well. Akatar. I'm trying to find the double meaning at that. But hopefully you're doing well. I am doing well. I'm playing a game called Psychotechnician Stream. And I'm trying to figure out how it works. De-escalate. I didn't see how that actually worked. Let me try again. Decrease hatred, increase tolerance. Okay. So de-escalate is decrease hatred, increase tolerance. I was trying to put avatar. Oh, right. The Akatar. I get it now. I get it. Yes. Very good. Very well played. Hopefully things are going well. Glad to hear you're having fun. Increasing hatred. I mean, judging games. Yeah. We're trying to decrease the hatred, actually. But maybe, here's the thing. Hatred and disaffection, maybe they're not the things we should be battling for this type of person. I don't know. One word I used to describe this game is cryptic from what I've seen on the stream so far, but not in a bad way. I mean, that's one word to describe it for sure. Yeah, that's a great word. Suggest. Suggest patient find community with like-minded individuals. Assure it that it exists. That, what did that do? Increase tolerance, I guess. We're going to de-escalate the hatred here. Let's try and get mad. Oh, lowers patience, increased his disdain. Let's try and affirm. Wait. Well, what does relate to? I knew I couldn't trust this place. You're the same. The lot of you. Wait, I thought tolerance, increasing tolerance would make us win. Oh, never mind. We didn't win. Decreased disaffection. Oh, maybe if they get into a certain state, they just keep spiraling, and then you've kind of lost. Don't you love just love when the patient gets worse than they were before they met you? I don't know. There's a full game. There's games about that. I mean, I love Therapist, my manager personally. The disaffection, the suggest. Yeah, it decreases disaffection. So I think the suggest will do that. Suggest. Decrease disaffection, increase tolerance. So I think that's our main decreaser of disaffection. De-escalate. Yeah. More de-escalation. And then more suggestion. More de-escalation. Yeah, we fixed. Appointment clear. And of course, I don't think it's a good terminology to consider patients as fixed. But hey. Break room dingy and grey. The carpet is soaked up cig butts and ashes like a sponge. Clearly not the first priority for funding. Let's go to the window, of course. One of your co-workers lean against her having a smoke. She ashes out the window as you approach. Many of the embers are blown back in, finding their way onto the carpet. She looks up at you. Oh, you're the new girl. How's your first day been? Could be better. Yeah, it's not exactly a glamorous job. Management barely cares how it gets done as long as it's like not completely awful. Won't even hire more than one receptionist. Not that sitting there playing Mahjong Solitaire on the computer for 8 hours a day is particularly stressful. Pretty cushy job, I suppose. She chuckles, fishing another cigarette out of her purse. Want one? Sure. She smiles, handing it over to you, then lights it as you lean in, then lights her own. You enjoy this brief moment of camaraderie. The two of you savoring in your vice together as you gaze at the grey world outside. After you each finish your smokes, you erupt from your respite as you remember that you're both still employees on the clock. Your new friend, no longer transfixed by the view, looks at her watch than you. You better hurry up and get back to work. I'm not that busy today, so I plan on lounging around here as long as possible. Don't be a stranger. I haven't been. You walk away from the window with a nod. Well, I mean, I can... Oh, it says you should get back to work. Okay. It's primarily a plot device, I suppose, going back there and ensuring that these things happen. Adelaide, a delusional type, victim of society. So let's do the, I guess, grounding. I think grounding will be the same as the other one, which is to say, I'm pretty sure it's decreasing guilt and increasing self-love. So we'll do grounding. And now we'll do the, I think reassuring would get rid of the gloom, I think. No, that gets rid of guilt. I think, what is the thing? Soothing? No, they don't have soothing. What does affirming do? What does informing do? Oh, it increases, oh, how do we get rid of the gloom? Reassuring? Oh yeah, reassuring gets rid of the gloom. Okay, reassure gets rid of the gloom. I'll just say, -2, basically. Okay. Reassure them. Okay, now we can just be like, affirm, I guess. Oh no, ground them. Grounding time. We can't, we have to get mad because we need to increase our disdain. And then we need to, ground them, I guess. Yeah. Oops, I shouldn't have done grounding. Oh well, doesn't matter. Now let's do reassuring. Reassuring. Grounding. Grounding. Chilling out. Grounding. Reassuring. 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 Okay, and then I guess we perspective it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, we need to chill out a bit. Maybe we chill out even more, eh? And maybe we'll ground. Reassure. 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 A lot of reassuring happening here. Okay, and now we perspective. We can't perspective too long. Hug the patient. I don't know what that does. Ground. More grounding happening. Oops, we probably should have left more room to do stuff. Chill out. A bit more chilling out. Now grounding. Reassuring. The perspective isn't really increasing by much, is it? Okay. Now we need to chill. Chill a bit, regather our patience. Ground them. Reassure them. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Hopefully not. It does seem like it's taken quite a long time to try and figure out how to do this. How to ensure that there's enough. You chill out a bit. You make sure we have a little bit of disdain left, so we'll get mad a bit. You'll need to ground them. More grounding. Okay, can't ground them anymore, so we need to chill out a bit. More grounding required. Oops. Too much gloom now. How about reassuring? Welcome, Seb. How are you? How you doing, Seb? I'm judging some RPG Maker games because I'm a judge for the RPG Maker Game Jam. How you doing today? Hopefully you're doing fine. you went on a board game weekend? Wow. How was it? How was the board games, by the way? What did you play? Let's go play lots of fun games. That's good to hear. Fantastic to hear. Did you have a favorite from the weekend of what you played? I'm going to try to do it using perspective more. Maybe that'll help. They're quite aggressive with everything else. Reassure them. Even though everything else gets quite dangerously high, we can hopefully keep it at a minimum. Ah, man. Yeah, failed. Oh, wow. Good job. You completed all of today's appointments. Go see your boss in the office at the end of the corridor opposite for a performance review. Been a while since I played board games, Seb. I want to play some Birmingham. Fast Birmingham. I like that one. You enter your boss's office. It is immaculately kept. Look at this authenticity. They've got the more, motivational posters on the wall. It's immaculately kept, furnished with plastic plants and almost regal furniture. She is sat behind her desk, looking equally immaculately kept, waiting your approach. I'm just going to pause for a sec. We played City. Oh, nice. Dice Throne, Blood on the Clock Tower, Slay the Spire, Guards of Atlantis 2, Fractured Sky. Oh, I really want to play the Slay the Spire game. I really want to play that board game. Yeah. Blood on the Clock Tower. I've heard of that one. That's like a mafia style one, isn't it? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Played City. Nice. City. Guards of Atlantis 2. You really love Blood on the Clock Tower. That is the mafia type one, isn't it? Yeah. Come to the Netherlands. Soon, I wish. It'll be cool to get everyone to come over, you know, to get a full-on, like, you know, every single person go visit you in the Netherlands. We can just have a couple weeks because, you know, traveling from New Zealand, the flights are always so expensive, so it's good to have, you know, a big old trip to stay for a while and, you know, make it a big old thing, you know. That's how I sort of... Blood on the Clock Tower is the best version of Mafia. Yeah. That would be so fun. And we have talked about it, but hopefully people can save up money and you know, make it happen. That'll be awesome. But yeah, at the moment I'm jobless. I am unemployed, so I'm just saving up money and stuff. But like when I get employed again, then I'll have some money. Yeah, and it'll be cool. It'll be so fun. Alright, I'll resume the timer. It's fair. Yeah, need the money. Need that money, right? Hello, Katerina. You ready for your performance review? She pauses, smiling up at you as if waiting for you to answer. As if you open your mouth to speak, she begins. Netherlands will be so cool. Yeah. Haha, that was a rhetorical question. Let's get started, shall we? She shuffles some papers around her desk as you wait with bated breath. Looks like only 2 of your appointments were successful. Yeah, it was pretty bad. A bad day as a psychotechnician, right? Well, I suppose it is your first day. She suffers with papers. I think with some time in training, you can make an incredibly useful employee for us. Welcome to the team. Well, it seems quite, you know, fairly happily, you know, done. Fairly happily managed, at least on the surface. I'll pause the timer again. I'm looking at flights to America. It's really cheap at the moment. I can fly to New York for 400 euros. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah, at the moment. Oh, yeah. If only I could fly out, but not quite for me right now. But maybe in future. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I will resume the timer. After shaking hands with the boss, you are swiftly ushered out of the office. It looks like the day is over. Time to head out the way you came in. Okay. That funny little transition. It's great. Oopsie. Leave the office? Yeah. You can leave the office and go home. A successful shift behind you. Oh wait, we forgot to go into the break room. My bad. Ah, man, maybe what we need to do is go into the break room after that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Gonna go eat my food. You'll be back. Okay, awesome. Great to have you here, Sam. Awesome to have you here. Hope to see you around soon. We should play some board games soon. Okay, this is the final. Yeah, this is the final one. So maybe, yeah, better grounding. I'll try and win this one this time. Reassure. I wonder how if we can even make any of the rates like lower of like, you know, decreasing stuff and things like that, because I don't think I'm understanding it quite enough about, you know, what each of the less obvious things do, you know. Maybe I should do it more often with the reality check or whatever, maybe. Um, chill out with the disdain. Reassure. Grounding. Okay, chilling out again. Grounding. Let's chill out, and I think we also get mad, so that we can get some disdain back. See, it's kind of the way I'm currently going. I don't know if it quite. What do these other things do? What do the pathologic do? Silently inform it's being irrational. What does that mean? Snaps the patient out. Oh, those are like the meta things, right? It's wallowing. Hug them. If they're wallowing, maybe if I hug them, then I'll be fine. Yeah, maybe if they're wallowing, then I hug them. Oh, I already did the bad thing. Yeah, I already made it bad. Maybe if I go to break room now, will it do anything? Should get back to work. Yeah, I should really, right? Yeah, we've already read all this stuff. But now we go back to the break room, right? I forgot to do that. Or maybe if I go back to my office, will that do anything? Take appointment. Oh, I didn't know I could take an appointment after the fact. Did I break it? Did I sequence break this? Yeah, I think I did. Dang it. Was I supposed to do that? Because like, I mean, I'm at the boss's. Yeah, so I guess we're back at the office and we'll do this one. And I guess we'll just escape from it, you know. Just to make it easy. Because we only got a limited time left. So we enter the boss's office, etc., etc. And I think we can break it. We can sequence break it by going into Dr. H's office. I think I will, if I go here and it... Oh, what do you mean get back to work? I don't know if there's supposed to be more. Yeah, no reason to enter the boss's office right now, and I don't know if the break room's supposed to be open or not. Okay. Did I get the wrong ending? Okay, I don't think you're supposed to have an appointment after that final appointment, right? Okay. Successful shift behind you. Okay, maybe we'll try. What we'll try to do... We'll try to do is we'll do this every day, and then we'll just, you know... We'll check every day to see if they're there, and we'll fail every one of them. Right? We'll just leave. Take appointment. Dismiss. Take a break. Go to the break room. And every time we like... vending machine. Get a drink. Hand your drink over. I just want to be nice, right? Yes, and then once we'll just fail all of them. Maybe there's a different ending, or if you exceeded all of them, right? Go to sofa. Okay. Into your office. And we'll just fail because we'll escape from all of them. Oh dang! I didn't have a break. I did that by accident. Oh yeah, take a break. Phew. It was just spamming. Window. Could be better. Yeah, well, we'll have a smoke together. Okay. And what if we fail all of them? What happens now? Good job. And now we have a performance review where we've failed everything. Immaculate kept. Hello, Katarina. Are you ready for your performance review? Haha, that was a rhetorical question. Let's get started. Well, it looks like none of your appointments ended in success. Impressive, yeah. Making a face at the pages. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you understand, we'll have to let you go after a performance like this. It's just not tenable to have an employee as inefficient as yourself on our payroll. He slams a button on our desk and the floor opened up, dropping us into the darkness. Sorry, hun, it's nothing personal. It's just business after all. Okay, game over. I wonder if those are the only endings, because I kind of want to try to see if there's an ending that's like 5 out of 5. we got yeeted down the bottom, Steel Soldier. I guess did I get everything that you could get in the break room? Nothing personnel, kid. Yeah, except literally, you are not our personnel anymore. You are not personnel. Nothing, kid. Personnel. So I don't actually know how to win this game. I think maybe. What does compliment do? It just gives self-love. Maybe we'll just do compliment every second thing, right? Because I think compliment might be the most powerful thing you have. Maybe that's what I've been not doing enough. Not enough compliments. Nothing personnel, kid. Yeah, maybe I've been missing out on like the most powerful move in the game just because I thought that reducing the bad things was as good as increasing the good things, you know? But literally, maybe just increasing the good things is there we go, patient fixed. So that was the easiest. Okay, fine. I didn't realize that that was how easy it could be. We'll get a drink and give the drink to the person, and then let's leave. Reach out. Ground them. Reach out. Ground them. Reach out. Yeah, literally the easiest way. I didn't realize how effective that first attack will be. Like, you can just easily win battles with that. So far, someone's asleep here. Encourage. Soothe. Encourage. Reassure. Oopsie, that's the wrong one. Need to soothe them. Soothe quickly. Soothe quickly. Encourage. Soothe. Encourage. Yeah, that's literally the easiest way, is to encourage as much as possible, to do that main attack as much as possible. I was just being too obsessed with everything else. But literally the relating thing is the best way to go. De-escalate. What's de-escalating again? Oh yeah, that is the right one. Relating more. De-escalating. Relating. De-escalating. Oops, that's the wrong one. Oh well, I'll try relating. Oh dang. Oh wait. Luckily it didn't reach the end. Or maybe it did. Wait, what's going on here? Suggest. May relate. What's going on here? Why is it not ending? It should have ended already. Pretty sure. Oh, okay. Wait, let's try that again. Because we can't fail any of these. Did I save? Oh, you can't even load. You can't even load a save anyway, right? Oh, unless you actually quit the office and you go back to the... This is so strange. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh well. I won't get to see what's at the end, but if I get all 5 of them right, but yeah. Because it doesn't have a loading screen, so I can't load my previous save. Interesting. Alright. Well, there is a start screen, but you get there when you finish. Anyway, well, I'm going to turn the music off, and I'm going to put my own music on as I judge this game. Yeah. Cool. Well, alright, so this is Psychotechnician Sim. Actually, this is too happy. I need to put on the game music while I judge, just to get into the mood. 4 AM and you're streaming? Yeah, Panda, I got home from helping out at a community thing, and then I fell asleep at 6 PM and I woke up at 12 AM, so I figure I'm gonna stay awake until like nighttime today, and then go to sleep at like a reasonable time, like 9 PM. But yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Yeah, I just slept too long today. Psychotechnician Simulator 2152. Apparently that's actually the actual name of the game, it seems. The folder is just called Psychotechnician Sim. but I looked in my entries page and it had this as the oh, so it's in the future. I see. Welcome in, Panda, though. I'm just gonna do some judging. So this is for the Game Jam, and this is called Psychotechnician Simulator 2152. Let's hope you can make it all the way. Hey, I usually do. Even if I feel awful, I'm used to feeling awful. Anyway, theme. Oh, sorry. So yeah, so this is a game that's about, I guess you are a therapist in the future, and you treat everyone's, problems like statistics, and you use tried and true techniques to try and balance the meters and come to a, and quote unquote fix your patients in this futuristic dystopian world, where actually much of it seems the same as, like, it says 2152, but like it could exist in 2025. It's just basically you're a therapist and there's a reception, and there's the only thing that is, not in our current world is a therapist boss that has a trap door that they'll lead you down, that they'll unlock and you fall down the hole if you have 0 out of 5. They could just fire you, right? But anyway, it's okay. I quite like the idea, but I do feel, so the art is great. It makes me feel close to the game. The idea for the battle system is cool. I like the idea of, like, moves that plus some certain things and minus some certain stats, and trying to get them happy and quote unquote fixed. The setup is prime for some sort of biting commentary about everyday life and corporatism and all that sort of stuff, but it kind of keeps it fun and light. Those are the positives. I do have some slight gripes with it, and they're not. I think overall this is quite an enjoyable game, but there are just some things that made me perhaps not enjoy it as much as I could have. And these are things like I think maybe the battle system, while it has some good ideas, a lot of it is you learn by trial and error, and I think that part's good. But there is a possibility to just, like, there will be like HP sponges, and I'm not, and I don't think I understood how the gameplay system worked in its entirety by the end. I think maybe I got a sense that if they got into a spiral, I was supposed to do something else. But because so much was behind the curtain, I personally wasn't quite able to figure out the best way to work with everyone as we went. And because there's a save, you can go into the menu and save, but you can't load your saves from a title screen. It means that if you fail one, you can't scum save and retry again. Save, scum, and retry again. So I got the 2 out of 5 ending, which is, hey, that's good enough. You can improve in future. And then we just exit the space and we get to the title screen where we can, like, load previous saves if we want from there. But if we restart the game, we'll go back to no title screen and we won't be able to load anything. So I wasn't able to reload my save to try and get the perfect 5 out of 5 ending, if there is a perfect 5 out of 5 ending, because it's just too hard to, you can't really save and load. So that's one of the things, is if there is a 5 out of 5 ending that has content that would help contextualize and wrap everything up, it's not easy in this game to save and load. And I think it should be. Like, I know that it's kind of cool that you don't have a title screen, but maybe have a title screen, because loading previous saves might be good if you want to get all 5 in a row and you don't want to have to play all the previous ones again if you lose. Yeah. That's my thoughts on that part. I also think that as I played, I haven't played the 5 out of 5 ending, if there is one, but I just felt as if there was a setup for a story, but it didn't quite really wrap up. Yeah, because there's an idea of, there's camaraderie to be found in this world, but it didn't seem fully dystopian. Like, the boss seemed nice enough, except for the, what's it called? The trapdoor thing, but it didn't seem like there was too much corruption going on, as much as it was sort of a face value. Oh, the building's a bit decrepit and the people down there look like ants. But apart from that, it seemed like a fairly okay workplace. There wasn't much abuse or anything like that. There were motivational posters on the wall. But the fact that everything is grey and, you have a slightly dingy break room, for me, didn't really nail home the idea that it was a nightmare. And maybe it wasn't supposed to be a nightmare, but it did feel like, oh, you found camaraderie with someone in spite of the nightmare. That was the idea, but I'm not too sure if that really came across. Welcome in, Rosie. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day, and lurk well, and enjoy your day. Let's play some Fast Food Simulator soon. Sometimes soon, because I'm addicted to that dang game. And we'll get Panda in on it too, again, because Panda's bought something, so we need to get Panda to return on investment. But yes, Psychotechnician Simulator. So I like some of the promise. That's my overall thing. And I like the art, and I like the ideas. I just feel like they need a little bit more maturing to have a better effect on me, and the battles were a bit long. And while, you can shorten the battles by making the consequences a bit stronger and allow people to be a bit trial and error. Maybe it is, with the save and load system and stuff like that, to trying to see, how to get better at it and stuff. But as it is, it's kind of, it can get a little bit hard to navigate and doesn't quite have a full-on hook for me. Yeah, that's my thoughts. But generally well made, generally fun, generally interesting idea. And I think it's a worthy game, and keep making games. Every game's a gift. Thank you for making this game. So I'm gonna change the mood a bit, because I'm gonna turn off that music. I'm gonna turn on my music, and I'm going to judge based on categories. There's 5 categories for RPG Maker Game Jam judges: theme, gameplay, engagement, presentation, and polish, as the entrants will know. I am not going to betray my scores out loud that I'm judging for each thing. I'm going to be making notes on each category that I'll be saying out loud, so you can kind of know what I'm thinking. So the theme is a score based on how well that the game adhered to the theme, which is beyond expectations. Let me think. There are certainly expectations that the company has of you, the employee. Your job is to try to meet expectations. I don't think there is much beyond expectations context for the story. There is no way in gameplay to exceed expectations. But maybe your relationship with the person as you in the break room, as you play, is something that resides outside of expectations, but maybe not, and maybe that's a version of beyond. It's a bit of a stretch in my opinion, but it is there. More points would be awarded if it was maybe a bit more central in theme and pushed it a bit more. Here we go. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that one. Gameplay. Decent systems here. I like the theme. I'm weak to themes of therapy and mind health and stuff. But I do feel as if the systems could be baked a little more. And this is for anyone who, believes, because I quite liked the entry A Bureaucrat's Judgment. And it's similarly monochrome. It's about capitalism. It's about, future and things being shut down by companies and stuff. But this is just, I guess, proof that concept alone is not going to throw me, just because this game is definitely within my thematic interest. I love games about corporatism and therapy and interesting battle systems and such, that do weird things, but it just needs a little more, this one, I believe. But I like what it looks like. It's a great looking game. Engagement. Story has a hook, of getting to know someone outside of the therapy sessions, but I don't know if it developed or wrapped up that hook quite nicely. It just kind of ended. I don't think the themes that were implied were explored to their full potential. Maybe if I got the 5 out of 5 ending, I could have been informed about the true ending, etc. But the lack of save and load system means it's a bit of a slog to try to get a 5 out of 5 ending, because failure is, in my experience, quite likely, or at least one of the 5 with my current strategy. If I were able to save and load anywhere, if I were able to load from a menu, then I might be able to get the 5 out of 5 ending and figure out what the story was about. But that couldn't happen. Okay. That's that. That's for engagement. Quite engaging. I should just say, conceptually, it has a nice hook, but it could be fleshed out. There we go. Presentation. Quite nice looking. Quite nice looking and well polished. Has a good visual identity. Generally very competent. Yeah, I think that's it. Polish. The polish is light bug, where you are able to have to repeat the 5th appointment an infinite number of times if you wanted to. This resets the boss appointment availability too. It's just a very light, very, very light bug. Yeah. Alright, thank you for making this game. You're awesome. Keep doing great stuff. I hope that you'll have a good time game developing, making games, and I hope that your game, maybe you're proud of your game because it's a good game, and thank you for making it. Cheers. End of recording.